Well, hello there. I maybe should bring this up a little bit. Kind of doing a combination of standing and talking and moving and stuff, and you're going to want to see me as I move back this way. But I'm going to turn my overhead lights on, and I'm going to use my table. Bright light. There we go. And I'm going to use my table. What am I going to use my table for? Well, I've been doing a lot of kit bashing and some guitar stuff out here, so you've seen a little bit of that. But I do not believe on my channel I have done anything related to the whole purpose this table is even here for. So, back here, I'll just kind of reach back. There is a very small roll of transfer tape, this masking tape. Now, I have two different types. I have regular masking tape there, and then some clear masking tape that's intended for stickers and decals. So the white vinyl, which you'll see right here, when I peel away everything that's not supposed to be there, it has a blue backer so that it makes the white more visible. And so if you're going to, say, sell a bumper sticker type of decal or a little back window type of decal, or make one for somebody, for display purposes, it's real nice to have clear transfer tape instead of the kind of muted colored, kind of sandy color back there. Regular masking tape, colored masking tape. It's called transfer tape because it's used to transfer the vinyl graphic over to its substrate, which you'll understand after I do what I'm about to do. But like, if you wanted to show it off as a sticker, so you could, hey, I don't know, you make a Calvin pissing on the Ford logo and sell it at a fair or a garage sale or however you want to do it. You want the clear tape because you want to be able to see the graphic. Mostly, you just want to be able to display it. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to use the regular masking tape. Hopefully I have enough. If I don't have enough, I'll have to hurry up and scrap what I'm about to do and use what's left of my clear tape over there, but I don't want to. I do want to get a drink of this Pepsi here. And I got a bunch of tools on the end of the table, so it's a real good thing I don't have a giant graphic to do that on this project. I just have a short piece to do. One piece is almost 4 foot long, but I went ahead and split the words into 3 words, and I'll just run a level on them on the table and tape them together in the 3 pieces so that I don't have to, I don't want to waste that much vinyl for one line. It's worth it to save not wasting a whole table full of vinyl, because it would have been 3 times the size of this just for that one line. So the little extra time it'll take me to straighten it out and tape it to be straight will be worth not wasting the vinyl. So I'm going to grab my favorite X-Acto, this one right here with the little rubber grip. It's dirty, it's filthy, it's because I use it every day. Take my seat, move it back a little bit here. And basically how this works, there are 3 words. It will say Nays Cleaning Service. Those words are supposed to be Nays Cleaning Service all in one line, but I'll fix that later as I was describing. So I have to kind of look and watch the reflection of the light from the ceiling and everywhere else where I can see the reflection of the bulb on the vinyl and make sure that I don't cut through the letters that are here. But I do want to do this one word at a time so that I don't have to waste any lettering. And then I can slowly reveal what's on this palette of vinyl here. Sometimes I don't cut clean. It's a good moment to stop what I'm doing. Change this nasty blade because it's terrible. It needs to be replaced with a brand new one. There we go. There we go. There. Sit those guys right there. There's only a couple of them left in this little tube. However, on the wall, way over there on the other side of the room, there's a whole brand new box full of X-Acto blades. So I'm just going to leave that one there because I'm sure in a couple days I'll need to refresh this blade. So there we go. There. It's always a good idea to have a nice, fresh, brand new blade that's not fucked up. Now, I'm going to go back over this line. There we go. There. Better, much better. So, there we go. And use the back side of the blade to very carefully lift some of the vinyl. See, now the Y wants to start peeling up. It's fine. There we go. I don't know if you can see that or not. That little middle of the Y there didn't come through. I'll peel this guy up here. I'm going slow so that you can kind of see this on the camera. You may have to, I may have to zoom it in for you to be able to see the next one very clearly. There we go. Might want to maybe deepen my blade just a touch. Maybe the pressure's not quite enough. Or I might just consider ordering some new blades. I think they're 30s and 60 degrees or 45 and 60, something like that. But anyway, that's the slow way of doing it. See, it says nays. Nice. Now, if I were working for one of my prior business owners and I had to do this by the hour, and they came into the room and saw me doing this one line at a time like this, they would be very upset. Because they know I have the capability of grabbing one corner of a very large sheet of vinyl and systematically going down it and weeding several lines at a time with very little stress and very little effort. Because I usually double check my blade height and make sure I'm not screwing myself by not cutting deep enough. And like I do need to make my blade just a slight bit deeper so that it cuts all the corners properly. Maybe slow it down a touch too. I don't know. It depends. But, you know, since I'm doing this for demonstration purposes, it's fine. You can see just how nerve-wracking it can be when you're doing vinyl. Alrighty. Let's see here. What are you doing? There we go. Another letter just about. Now what would be funny is if I went over there right now and adjusted my plotter, which I should do before I forget, and I were to cut this again, I could probably just do this from one corner to the other very, very quickly and easily. But I am low on white vinyl and I'm way low on transfer tape, and yeah, I'm just not going to do that right now. And also, if I had to do a lot of it, I wouldn't want to do this for like half a roll of vinyl. I wouldn't bother. I would recut before let's say I did like a whole bunch of vinyl like this before I realized the cut wasn't deep enough. I would not force myself to do half a roll or more of this with such a horrible depth problem, because it would be nerve-wracking and time-wasting. It'd be cheaper to say screw it and scrap the vinyl and start over cutting it properly so that it only takes a few minutes to weed it and tape it. What I'm saying is I kind of screwed myself. And if I don't go over there and adjust the plotter before I do more vinyl, I'll be going through this, except for it'll be like on much larger pieces. Wasting my precious vinyl. It used to be like 80 bucks a roll, and now it's like 130 bucks a roll. It's ridiculous. It's so much to ship it because it's very heavy that I don't pay shipping on it when I buy it. I literally order my stuff. I drive down an hour and a half to the place where I get it from, and I pick it up in person every time because I was in a hurry and I didn't feel like driving all the way down there for whatever reason a couple of different times. And I went ahead and paid the shipping on some vinyl and some banner material, and that's what really got me. I looked back and I'd paid like $180 shipping on a couple of small things over the course of a month and a half. And I was like, that's it. I am not doing that to myself again. Wow, this is really bugging me. I might have to recut this. Because it's giving me some trouble, definitely. Should not be this difficult. Should never be this difficult. It's quite possible I might need to order a new blade as well. It's another thing that I would have arguments about at places I used to work for. Like I would not even mess with this if I was working for, say, Sign Screen back in the day. I would scrap this in a hurry and recut it at the proper depth, because if a certain individual that worked there, that were half owner of the business, were to come into the room and see me struggling with this, they would make it a point to come back every 5 minutes to look over my shoulder and bug the shit out of me because it wasn't done yet, knowing full well what I'm struggling with, knowing full well they've done it themselves. They would be real jerks about it. And they'd really be jerks about it if they saw me give up on it and recut something. Because they'd be like, well, you're wasting vinyl. Well, what's worse, wasting vinyl or wasting time? Yeah. So, but I'm not paying myself to do this right now. I'm just doing it for, well, actually I am in a way, but we won't talk about that. If I were paying myself, though, I'd be telling myself, like, by the hour, I mean, if I would not be allowing myself to go through this. But like I said, it's worth it for the YouTube channel. I wanted to do this slow anyway, but damn, I didn't want to do it this slow. There we go. Yeah, it's really hard to get these small details to come out right. There we go. And we'll see. It's possible I might just go ahead and recut this anyway. Probably am going to do that, come to think of it. Because that's taken so long to do. I hate it. I pretty much hate this. It's miserable. Miserable, miserable, miserable to go through. I have had flashbacks like any moment. Melissa's going to come through that curtain. She's going to be like, are you not done with that yet? And then what I would really hate is when she would get in the middle of it after I got this far. I got one more to do. Inevitably, she'd be like, can I get in there for a second? And it's the death of it every time. It would be the death of it because she would get in a hurry and she would take one rip at this and ruin this bottom one and make me have to recut the whole thing after I spent all this time. When she'd give me 5 more minutes, I'd have the whole thing without missing any letters. So, yeah. If you're working for somebody, or you find yourself working for somebody and you're cutting vinyl, whether it's on a plotter or a Cricut or whatever, you're doing this, and you run into a situation like this where it's taking you forever to weed it out, like it's taken me, yeah, do yourself a favor. Scrap that piece and get your depth set correctly so you don't do what I'm doing right now and struggle. Because you're going to, like right now I've got a mess. There we go. I just had a piece of vinyl stuck to my finger because I wasn't paying attention, and then it stuck to the letter and started making a mess. So I'm going to struggle through this last piece because I just only got a little bit of it left to go. There we go. Now we're getting it. There we go. Oh, I'm just concentrating. I almost got all the letters. It's taking me forever. Yeah. I'd never let me suffer through this, because if I was charging me what I would charge people normally, that's going to be at least $35 an hour or more. Maybe as much as $50 an hour. But this is going on YouTube. There. That's fine. Not bad. So I've been through this process before, and I've gone ahead and suffered through a poorly cut piece of vinyl like this. Oh, just because I know with a little bit of patience, I can make it all come out nice and clean. And I will say, ever since I've been doing this for myself without somebody breathing down my neck, it's a lot easier to do. The confidence level is way higher. I have a high tolerance for what I have to go through to get something to come out right. And yeah, I have zero tolerance for, hey, hurry up, get that done, hurry up. Are you done with that? Are you done with that? Come on, hurry up. I have zero tolerance for that. So I don't put myself through it. I just don't. I don't allow it. I give myself time to do things. And I've had a couple of times where I've had some clients a little bit pushy, and I have a rule. I don't allow it. I just don't allow it. Now, those clients will either go elsewhere and they can be pushy with somebody else, or they'll get their projects done. And what they won't see is it will definitely affect the pricing. If not that time, certainly the next. Because if I know I have a pushy, hard to work with client that's going to be wanting it faster than I can possibly get it done, say materials won't come in till Monday morning. It's just a fact. If I order it Monday, it won't be here till the following Monday. That's a reality of some of my materials. If somebody wants it Wednesday and it's Monday, that material is not going to be here by Wednesday. And I'm not driving to Grand Rapids, Michigan, or to Ohio, or wherever else I might have to go to get whatever substrate that they're wanting to have. I just say, sorry, it's not possible. It's not going to happen. Please don't ask again. Next week, at the soonest. And then if they can't take that for an answer, then it's obviously a problem. Is there any other way? Is there any other thing you can use? Is there any other way you can do it? You know, I might find some crazy option like doing it on a banner instead of a substrate or something to get them through whatever. But yeah, I guarantee you it's going to affect the price. Anytime somebody needs something within like 48 hours, that means I have to design it, get it approved, cut it, produce it, put it on a substrate, and deliver it a lot of times. Yeah, that's going to affect the price, for sure. But anyway, I'm rambling. I've been through this. I almost have PTSD from doing this type of graphic art, applying the computer design back into the real world, into the substrate. And it's an art form, a 2D drawing art form that has kept me in business doing something for many, many years. And vinyl lettering and vinyl signage has become one of my fortes. Let me get that up just a little more. You don't have to watch my bum the whole time. All right, so here's the moment of truth. Do I have enough transfer tape? Oh, we are right at the bitter end. I can see it. I just saw the seam. Anytime you can see the seam through the transfer tape, you're getting down to the bottom. Okay, there we go. Lay it gently down. All right. Now, let's take a break here. Squeegee. All that nice and flat. And this little bugger here. Cut this down. And there we go. Oh, not quite cut. Okay. There's one little sign. There's the other side of the little sign. There's a scrap piece. The other scrap piece, we can roll that bit back up onto the thing. And yes, that's it for the transfer tape. That is certainly it for the transfer tape. Now, I'm going to save all these little bits over here. They're the same height as these letters for a reason. Like I said a minute ago, I broke May's cleaning service up into 3 lines. so I wouldn't have to waste that big piece of vinyl for that. So here's my trick on how I get that to stay straight across the bottom. First of all, I get myself a nice handy dandy sharp little pencil. There we go. And we're going to worry about the bottom line of the letter. So what I'm going to use is my handy dandy ruler here, and I'm going to line it up to the bottom edge of the letters, the A and the Y, and I'm going to ignore the S because part of the S dips down below the baseline of the letter. So I'll use the little serif part of it as more of the measurement, but the N, the A, and the Y should be enough to give me a straight line. And I just want to mark a nice straight edge to guide myself right across there. Okay. And now we're going to take cleaning. I'm going to turn it over there and do the same exact thing. I'm going to line up the bottom edge of the letters. Mark myself a nice little pencil line. All right. So now, my nays, cleaning, and oh, where is the word site service? Right here. It's disappearing into the table. Yay. We'll go. All right. Okay. There. Oh, there goes my pencil. Rolling off the edge of the table. Gotta love it. Alright, so let's just take this guy. I'll cut just a little bit down on that. So now I've got this pencil line on there. It's going to make it real easy to take the word nays, and I can tuck. What I'm doing is, I don't know if you can zoom in. Nope, I can't really zoom in. So what I'm doing on the table is I'm simply using my pencil line that I've used on each one of these, and I'm lining it up and tucking the word nays just under the edge of this ruler so that that line is on this straight edge. And that is how I'm going to accomplish relining these up. Because now what I can do is I can start on the left, putting nays on there, and the edge of the letter comes up to the 16 mark. So I'm going to go ahead and move cleaning over here. Letters are fairly close together, each letter itself, so I'm going to give, that's an inch, I'm going to give probably to a 3/4 inch mark. And very carefully scooch that under there. And I want to move the word cleaning over where the edge of it is right there. 3/4 inch away from the edge of the S. Now, there we go. Now, I got two of the words together. Now, I saved those pieces of extra material. And this is why. I'm going to peel that back and very carefully run that between here. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and line that back up. Actually, I'm going to take this one over here. I have a second one that is a clear. It doesn't have quite as much fancy orange detail, but it is the same size ruler, same exact sort of layout and everything in inches. This one has a grid, the other one does not. And this one actually has some grid work to it. And it's more visible when you lay it on the table. So, yardsticks. Oh yeah, I had some notes written on here. I used it for a template before. So I'm going to take this and just slide it over so it's still on the pencil line. But then I can take this guy over here. And kind of line up the rest of it the same sort of way. There. Okay. So now, the only thing I really want to do is I want to move this to the edge where the 16 mark on my ruler again. No particular reason, just it's an easy number to remember. The edge of the 16 is hitting the edge of the G there, where the G pokes out, where the little serif of the G pokes out. And then, so I'm using my pencil line. There we go. I'm being pretty finicky about this. And like I said, if I was watching somebody else do this, I'd be struggling to not smack them in the head for being such a slowpoke at it. Yet, here I am. An 1.75 inches to the edge like the other one. Gives me the edge of the S. There we go. I'll tuck this E down where it's supposed to be. On this side, just lift, tear. Oops, I can see that edge. Perfect. There. And now, for my next trick. Now, I'm going to strip this down a little bit. And we'll go over it with that. Okay, so now the only problem I have is I got a couple in between spots here where there's no masking tape, or there's no backer. So I got a couple strips here that I saved. This one, I'm just gonna very carefully take my vinyl graphic, nays, cleaning, service, and now I'm gonna lay that face down. And I'm going to take my piece of backing material, just a little strip of the backing material, stick it in there as a placeholder for now, and fold that graphic over. And then, still face down with the other one, I'm just going to guess at it. Alrighty, let's lay it on there for a moment. I need a piece about that wide. It looks like it's just about big enough. Maybe skinny it up a touch. There. There. I just cut it, and it's a little bigger at the top than it is at the bottom, just like the space that I'm going to use it to fill. Now, see? There's that one. And now I can lay this graphic over like so. It's all folded up and nice and neat. And I don't have to do anything with it. Except just sit it there and let it be flat for now. Alright. Now all that's really going to do, I'm going to go up to a sign where there's a bunch of names of the businesses that are in the building. I'm going to take a heating gun. Something like this. Not this one, because this was not any near hot enough. And you hear that? It's like a little mini hair dryer. Well, I got one that's a little more industrial I'm going to take. And I'm going to heat the lettering up and peel it off where it says Pro Air Medical. And I'm going to replace it with Nene's cleaning service there. And now all I've got to do is I got to take this little piece of plastic here and this vinyl here. I got to get me a measurement, and I need to make a strip that's 4 inches, probably by, it's either 16, 17, 18, or 19. Those are my 4 length sizes that I've used making these particular signs. They're a little street sign that sticks out from the wall. They're 4 inches tall and vary in lengths depending on the length of the name of the business. So this side has the plastic. All right. So I don't know, where am I at? This is like 36 minutes. I might as well do the rest of it. We need 4 inches. So this guy, will just lock it in place. Now I lost my pencil. Do I have another one? I do have another one. I wonder if I can get that pencil from the other side. Oh, it's gone. Gone forever. Sharpen this down. I'll go over here, get myself a 4-inch mark. Oh man, having a problem with pencils today. There we go. 4 inches. And then down here, 4 inches, and a wee little arrow, keep it on line. So let's take our crazy yellow ruler, because that's going to be the easiest one to see. Mark there, mark there. There we go. Okay. So now these rulers can go over here for a moment. I need to get a different straight edge out. And this one, you know, there was a piece of this material already down there. I wonder if it's the right size for that. It is. How about we not cut this one down then? Glad I noticed that. This is literally the exact size I need it to be. Perfecto. So, how big is that? It's like 18 and a half. There's a mark on that side. So here we go. Yeah, we'll switch it to this side. And then actually let's flip it over because this has plastic covering. Let's do that again. 4 inches. Mark. 4 inches. All right. No, I'm gonna need this. And now I still have the dilemma. I need that one straight edge. And I believe it's in here. Oh, what's that? So I do need to locate that straight edge before we go forward. It's here somewhere. I know it is. Or at least it should be. What do you do when it's not? Well, you take a peek around because I know it's here somewhere. And it's right behind me before I get angry and scream because I can't find it. That's what I'm looking for. This little straight edge, this is the kind of ruler you use if you don't want to cut off your thumb. Believe me, there's a reason why I own 4 or 5 of these fucking things. It's because I have cut my thumb off because the place I was working for was too goddamn cheap to buy the right ruler for the right job. A walking OSHA violation, I tell you. And guess what? It was the same company that was giving me shit about taking too much time to do something when it was their fault because they were too cheap to buy fresh plotter blades. All the person would do is go into a bucket full of blades that were already old, broken blades and replace the blade like some sort of snake oil fix-it medicine from hell. It was a miserable job having to deal with that kind of crap. If the strings are dead, change them. If the blade is dull, change it. If the tire is flat, change it. There. Don't change a dull blade with a dull blade. Don't change a flat tire with another flat tire. There. Alright, now let's get this protective coating off of here. There, there's a protective coating on one side. I just peeled off. So that's nice clean. And then this back side does not have a protective coating. So when I put this together, I'm going to make sure this is going where Pro Air Medical was. So when you come in, we want to make sure that this is the good side everybody sees. Now, since I want to line this up perfectly, I'm going to go ahead and trim this down even further. I want to go right to the edge of that. Like that. Same thing on the other side. See? Right to the edge. Oh man, I gotta hurry up and get this done because I really have to go to the bathroom. And then I want to do another quick video changing the strings on my guitar and fixing a bad fret. I promise there's a reason why I'm being so meticulous with this. You'll see it in just a second because I'm going to lay this down on top of that black piece of substrate and okay. All right. There. I got it lined up where I want it. See what I'm talking about? It's right up to the edge there. All right. And then there's a little edge that's like about 3/4 of an inch to an inch on the left-hand side or right-hand side, depending on what side you're looking at. I leave it that way so that when it gets to the hallway where it's hanging, I can slide it into the little bracket, and it's got a little Allen wrench that lets me pinch it shut. So standard procedure, split it in half, holds the substrate down, the tape holds the substrate to the the vinyl to the substrate. I'm gonna split the right hand side of it in half, hold the graphic down, lift that up a little bit, and slide my scissor under there, very carefully slice a little bit of that off of there. There, and get rid of it. Now, take my squeegee and very carefully come back like so. And now, take that thing, sit her down. I'm going to take this side, All right. Nice cleaning service, right? Now I'm going to leave this on here to protect it. I'll leave it straight up and down. Bottom of the letters toward the bottom, top of the letters toward the top. Turn it 180 and lay it face down. Check it one more time. Okay, that's right. So now I'm going to leave the little extra space on the right-hand side. Because now I'm looking at the sign from the opposite side, and the bracket will be on the right-hand side instead of the left. And I still want to be meticulous about lining it up, so it's got to be straight on both sides. Alrighty, so check it again. Like I said, alright. Brackets on the right hand side, so that's where the space is. Get her lined up again. Same deal, new piece of tape. Same deal. Go. There we go. Make sure that's not got dust on it. And there we go. Now, you can see the magic as we peel the backing tape off of there. I'm sorry, the transfer tape. There we go. Oh, the G didn't stick. That happens sometimes. Back down, make sure it's G. There. There. It works better when you hold it perfectly straight to the table, even though I want to just you to see it happening in front of your face. And I'll try it with this one. There. All right, so that one's ready. All right, that one goes in the hallway. This one goes outside on the big sign. And that's it. Now you know what I really use the bench for.